What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Y'all already see what's going down. Y'all see what's going down, y'all. It's a post by Terrence K. Williams. Honestly, I think it's perfection. It says Zohran can be held accountable immediately before he takes over New York City, and here's how. There's a fast track move that doesn't require weeks of subpoenas or hearings. Member of Congress can file requests with the Department of Homeland Security to audit Zohran Mamdani's naturalization paperwork. This can happen within 24 to 72 hours. I'm sure they'll make it happen. When DHS opens a citizenship fraud review, it can freeze the certification, delay him taking office, and if fraud is confirmed, revoke his citizenship and remove him entirely. This is not about religion. This is not about where someone comes from. So to get people to understand that, this is about, did he lie to obtain citizenship? Did he misrepresent loyalty? Did he use the system to infiltrate political power? If any of that true, he can be legally stopped before he's sworn in. No protests needed, no drama, no riots, just law and accountability. And I definitely feel that is one thing that I just, I definitely stand on it. Law and accountability. Just law and accountability. It says, I just hope Republicans will grow a spine and do this. I'm telling y'all. Me personally, I definitely stand behind it. I truly, truly do. One thing about it, got to make it happen. Definitely make it happen. It says here, supporters of Zohran Mamdani are reportedly developing buyer's remorse after learning Governor Kathy will not greenlight his free bus plan or tax the rich. So I put out a post, of his speech, and he was, saying, oh, we're going to have free bus plan. We're going to tax the rich. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But then again, Governor says different.
Well, I'm from Buffalo. We don't put up with a lot of crap. So I just want to set the stage that, you look at the history of people who've run multi-million-dollar ad campaigns to try and get me to change my position. I don't change my position. So I just want to put it out there. I respect people's opinions. I respect the proper place to convey them. And so I've said to people, I hear you. And that was important. But also, there's a time and place. And so that's all on that. No, I've had conversations on this trip, but many conversations, I'd say over the summer and the fall, that were important, that led to an understanding of what's in the realm of possibility, shared ambitions, but what is doable is the question. And so, no, we're aligned on so many of these issues. I've made it clear where I have strong disagreements with issues that really do not pertain to, the governance of New York City. I've said you need to get a police commissioner that people trust, who has a record of accomplishment to keep the trajectory that we're on right now, which is crime is going down. Crime is going down significantly. We don't say mission accomplished, but that is a great trend. So him agreeing with that assessment, that recommendation to keep Jessica Tisch, was an important statement on many fronts. So I'm looking forward to, having our teams keep a lot of conversations with our teams. We said we'd be talking, actually I'm meeting him very soon to talk about our response if there is a surge of ICE agents and National Guard that do come, perhaps after his inauguration, and how we can be proactive in preventing that from happening. Yeah. And that's the state I'm in right now, prevent that from happening. So we've had a lot of conversations. So no, I think there's a mutual respect, and that's gonna, I think, only grow deeper.
So that's a perfect.
One thing about it is that I feel like it's one of those things of, and I don't want to make it sound bad. I don't want to jinx nothing, but I definitely feel like just bump heads, because right now you obviously see that they're not on the right track, when it comes down to it already. And him saying things and him thinking that he's going to do this and he's going to do that, and he's obviously not, and my thing is that you literally have people that support him, supposedly, we're going to get more into that, because it is pretty wild, but you having these individuals that's so-called supporting him and sending them money and doing this and doing that. And I'm telling y'all, they're clearly not getting that a lot of this is all lies. It's all lies. It's things that he's saying that he's going to do, obviously can't do, and it's not it. I'm telling y'all, it's not it. It says here, this is John Kennedy. The Democratic Party won't have a future until they stand up to the lone wing of their party. But the rise of Zohran Mamdani shows that they rather listen to a socialist who hyperventilate if you use the wrong pronoun. Check it out right here.
There's been no reflection, introspection, or course correction. So I don't see them changing. And now if you look at the front runners for president, you got Buttigieg, Kamala, Gavin, AOC. Is that the future of this party now?
Well, I don't think they have a future until they stand up to the loon wing of their party. The loon wing, though, the socialist wing is in control. They're about to elect Mr. Mamdani mayor of New York. And this group, we remember them from the Biden days when they had influence with President Biden. They hyperventilate if you use the wrong pronoun. They think Abraham Lincoln and George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and Dr. Zeus and Mr. Potato Head are a bunch of racists. They think children ought to be able to change genders at recess. The American people don't think that, and many Democrats don't. I want to be fair, but the loon wing does, and they're in control.
Well, I mean, who are the ones except for John Fetterman speaking out?
Nobody.
None.
Exactly.
None.
There you go.
Because
Okay.
they're scared. They're scared. They're not scared of Senator Schumer. They're scared of Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez. And sooner or later, well, I don't know what's going to happen, Sean, but as a Republican, this is probably good for Republicans, but I think it's bad for the country. I believe in competition, and I think New York is the greatest city in the world, and I don't want to see it ruined.
And honestly, I feel like nobody doesn't want to see it ruined. I haven't myself been to New York. I've always wanted to go to New York, but ever since starting, and seeing these videos, and how bad it is. I remember, what was it? It was a few years ago, and I seen it for the first time and seeing illegal aliens in the hotels and stuff. I'd seen them in the hotels and how bad it was and the crime and this, that, and the other, and it just didn't want to go. Kind of changed my mind. Kind of changed very much so direction. But y'all have it here. I mean, literally, it says Zohran Mamdani. Literally, I can't say the word. But of course, I gotta watch what I say on here. I'm already in some type of I don't really know what it is within my channel, but the one thing about it is that he's very, very disrespectful, already to President Trump. Check it out.
Yesterday, Donald Trump said that I should be arrested. He said that I should be deported. He said that I should be denaturalized. And he said those things about me, someone who stands to be the first immigrant mayor of this city in generations, someone who would also be the first Muslim and the first South Asian mayor in this city's history. Less so because of who I am, because of where I come from, because of how I look or how I speak, and more so because he wants to distract from what I fight for. I fight for working people. I fight for the very people that have been priced out of this city, and I fight for the same people that he said he was fighting for. This is the same president who ran on a campaign of cheaper groceries, who ran on a campaign about easing a suffocating cost of living crisis. And ultimately, it is easier for him to fan the flames of division than to acknowledge the ways in which he has betrayed those working class Americans, not just in this city, but across this country, and the ways in which he continues to betray them. Because we know that he would rather speak about me than speak about the legislation that he is shepherding through Washington, D.C. Legislation that will quite literally take health care away from Americans. Legislation that will steal food from the hungry. Legislation that looks to build upon one of the largest transfers of wealth we've seen in recent history in his first administration and do it once again for the very Americans who already have enough. We should be fighting for those that do not have what they need to live a dignified life. That is what I will do, and I am thankful to have the protection and to have the support of so many New Yorkers who have stood up and said how unacceptable this is, including our governor, including members of the labor movement. And ultimately, what I fear for is that if this is what Donald Trump and his administration feel comfortable about saying about the Democratic nominee for the mayor of New York City, imagine what they feel comfortable saying and doing about immigrants whose names they don't even know.
I feel like more so, and I know I said this plenty of times. I truly feel like, first of all, you know, you hear the lies coming out of his mouth when it comes to Trump. You know, he ran on the campaign to lowering groceries and this, that, and you know they love saying that. Obviously, and y'all see how hardworking President Trump. We don't even have to get in that. We know what it is. You have all the lies, you know, they constantly have, you know, when it comes to Zohran Mamdani. But the main thing that I truly cannot stand about this individual is that he's basically saying he doesn't care about America and Americans without saying it, if that makes sense. And it's truly showing. It's truly showing. You know, and I truly don't get how people don't understand that. This is posted by President Trump, said the more people learn about Mamdani, the less they like him. And I feel like there's so many more people, you know, you see him post on X each and every day of people that actually regret their decision. But one thing about it is that, again, I've said this multiple times, just like any other individual, any other mayor y'all know I cover a lot of Mayor Brennan Johnson. Y'all see how it's going down with him right now. Y'all seeing how the people of Chicago are treating him. I'm telling y'all, people got to pay attention. Says Andy Ogles just formally asked Attorney General Bondi to revoke Zohran Mamdani's citizenship and deport him back to Uganda. I'm telling y'all. All right here. It says, I write to request that the Department of Justice open an investigation into whether Zohran Mamdani, currently a candidate of mayor of the New York City, should be subject to denaturalization proceedings. So you have it all right here. I'm telling y'all. Check it out.
Mamdani may have committed a federal crime during his naturalization process 7 years ago when he was trying to become a U.S. citizen, where he did not disclose key facts. One, that he's praised terrorists in the past, that he despises the U.S. Constitution, or that he supports the Democratic Socialists of America. Take us through this case.
When you go to Section 9, Question 5A, it asks, have you had any affiliation with, anti-American communist groups? So when he was naturalized in 2018, he did not put that material information on the form. It would have otherwise disqualified him from becoming a citizen. And quite frankly, the form is clear that if you conceal information, that your naturalization, your citizenship is illegally procured. And so with that, the Department of Justice could open up an investigation. We've did much of the heavy lifting. We've turned that over to the Department of Justice. They could do a review, and quite frankly, they could put his immigration status in question and ultimately deport him. And look, if he hates America that much, he can go back to Uganda.
Exactly.
We don't need him here.
Exactly. And I feel like a lot of people are literally, I'm talking about literally, feeling the same type of way when it comes down to it. I mean, this is literally right here. This is how New York is looking. I mean, honestly, I don't know about y'all, but this right here is absolutely insane to me. Me personally, this is insane. This is one of the things of changing. In matter of fact, I'm gonna do y'all one even better. I ain't even gotta say it. And I'm really mad at myself that I didn't add that. I thought I added this video in actually. I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't. I think I'm gonna try to find it here. I probably won't even be able to find it because I don't think it's sent, y'all. I don't think it's sent. I'm mad at myself that it didn't. Let me see if I can send it right quick, y'all. Cause I wanna be able to show y'all something right quick. That's absolutely insane to me. See if it pop up. This right here. And I'm glad they did. I don't know why. Usually all of my links are saying y'all got, and I apologize, y'all. I literally, I don't have a team. I do a lot of this by myself. It's only me. When it comes down to it, if I do need a little bit of help or anything like that, Retro Steph, I don't know if y'all know him, if y'all watch Retro Steph, but he literally helps me out, and I help him out with a lot of different things, you know. So pretty much there, you know, we're our only team. But you have it here. It says New York Muslim influencer that helped get Zohran Mamdani elected. Pushing content says now begins the time to convert the New York City population to Islam and begin building like this right here.
All right, y'all, the Islamic Caliphate in New York starts now. That means we are all converting to Islam. I've already got one friend converted tonight. So the lines to begin conversion will begin tomorrow morning, bright and early, 8 a.m. There will be mosques being built on every single block. But in the meantime, start outside my door. I am happy to help you convert, happy to be there on your journey. If you'd rather do it with somebody else, totally understand. You have to be safe, you have to be comfortable. But I'm so glad to have you, my brothers, my sisters, my siblings, on this journey.
Says this was the plan all along. This is the Islamic takeover of America. I mean, as y'all clearly can see. Wow. Pretty insane. Not even gonna lie. Definitely pretty insane. I mean, you literally have it right here. This is how bad and how messed up things are. So it's not been proven that illegals are instructed to vote for, you know, Dems by non-profit officials. Check out right here.
Yes, I'm an immigrant. They sent me here to vote. I was recommended to come here to find information to vote.
Oh, did you register?
Sorry?
When did you register to vote?
I did not. I didn't sign anything. They just told me to come here to vote.
Okay. Okay, para, you know, the guy that starts with M.
The guy that starts with the M. This is goes to show y'all everything right here. I mean, this is the real talk. The guy that starts with the M. They don't even know who it is. Don't even know.
You know, the guy that starts with M.
This is Michael Case.
I just don't understand it, y'all. I truly don't understand it. And this can't be happening if we want to keep our country. And that's it's honest truth. We want to keep our country. We can't keep continuing to let this happen over and over again. And that's honestly what we are continue to see. You know, and it's definitely sad, you know, that these things keep on happening. Definitely need to look, you know, more into investigate multiple things going down. Make sure you hit the like button. Let me know y'all thoughts and comments down below. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.